Explosive XP!
Hello everyone, this is PatNat, coming to you with a sorta new video. Oh yeah, happy Metro March. That's right, I'm starting a whole month dedicated to Metroid content on my channel. Or at least I will start it as soon as my channel gets back up and running. And if there's one thing you should know about me, it's two things. One, I freaking love Smash Brothers. And two, I also freaking love Metroid. In case you didn't read the title, or you just forgot what it said, this video is about Metroid Prime 4.
Bah! Patricia Natalia, you're so dumb.
Jordan, what are you doing here?
You can't fool me. There's no MP4.
I know. So shut up. Jeez. This video is more specifically about how they would build up the Metroid Prime storyline after Metroid Prime 3. I will also be briefly explaining the Metroid Prime storyline as a whole. I actually made a video about this in 2013, which is about when I first started my channel. And if my videos are this crappy now, just think of how crappy they must have been when my channel had its first fart. While that video's presentation didn't nearly reach the standard of a good video, or even get close to the standard, actually like feet, no, miles, countries, it was in a whole other continent than the mediocre standards. I know. I'm giving myself too much credit. While the video was and still is bad, there's actually some truth behind what I was saying. So today, I hope to better explain myself in a much higher quality video on how I think they should tie in the MP3 ending with the MP4 beginning as far as the storyline goes, and I will also be telling a little bit about the Metroid Prime trilogy as a whole. Let's get started.
What do you think you're doing? You're about to spoil the whole Metroid Prime storyline without a warning?
Well, I don't know, I was just...
Bad, Patnat, bad! You deserve to be beheaded. Yeah, in fact, guys, bring in the guillotine.
Alright, let's get the guillotine going.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! This video contains heavy spoilers for the Metroid Prime series. There, you happy? While my main reason is to revive something poorly made, there's actually another reason I'm redoing my second video. The other reason is because this topic is becoming more relevant by the year. After the release of Metroid Other M, August 2010, information on an upcoming Metroid title was thinner than paper and it remained so for quite some time. But there has been little bits and pieces of info of the next Metroid game between the years 2013 and 14, which really kills me because there's no solid information on the topic. But I gotta admit, Nintendo's pretty dang smart with their Metroid biz. They know the Metroid fanbase is fairly small, so they know simply putting up an ad on the tube is not gonna get some kid to go like,
Ooh, let's go superhero must have, oh my gosh.
Unlike what they do if they see Mario or Link.
Holy crud, bum, I need the game that has the great pajama dude as a sword! So
instead of going all out on ads and teasers, they are working harder on building hype by abusing suspension. I know I'm getting a little off topic, but I wanted all of you to have a bit of understanding on the Metroid situation. But we're all done with that, so let's dive into some story. Contrary to what some think, there are actually 5 Metroid games in the Prime series. The first game made, and the first in the storyline in the Metroid Prime series, is Metroid Prime One. This game takes place on the planet Talon 4. Basically, a meteorite crashes down on the planet, making a huge crater. But this isn't your ordinary meteorite. It's actually called a Leviathan or Leviathan Seed. This one has Phazon. If you don't know what Phazon is, then congrats! You are like most peeps in the world. Phazon is a deadly substance that can be used to either kill something or mutate it. Anyway, it turns out there was either a creature inside the Leviathan, or the creature was born when it crashed, but it was known as Metroid Prime. So after Samus lands on the planet, she fights some space pirates, finds 12 keys, gets new suits, blah 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 blah, play the game on your own time. Finally, she kills Metroid Prime. Or so she thought. Turns out, MP becomes Dark Samus by stealing Samus' Phazon suit, which takes us to Metroid Prime 2, Echoes.
What the heck, man? Aren't you forgetting something?
Yes, fine. Metroid Prime Pinball technically comes before Metroid Prime 2 in the storyline. But MPP's story is just the same as MP1, but with pinball! And yes, Metroid Prime Hunters is next, but the story isn't really relevant because it isn't really canon. Okay, now MP2. You happy? He left. MP2 takes place on the planet Aether right after it also gets hit with a Leviathan. But this time, instead of spawning an incredibly dangerous life form, it mirrors the whole planet. I don't know. But basically, Samus crashes to find that, surprise, Dark Samus heard about all the phase rage on Aether and just knew she had to invest. After fighting more space pirates, finding more keys, and getting more suits, Samus eventually fights and kills Dark Samus for the last time. Again, or so she thought. Dark Samus reforms in the ending cutscene. So basically, we can all gather that Phazon is the root of all problems in the MP trilogy. And all Phazon comes from the Leviathans. So where do the Leviathans come from? Wouldn't it be just awesome if we could just, I don't know, destroy the source? Well everyone, welcome to Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. This has taken longer than I thought, so let's turn on Turbo Mode. Leviathans fly everywhere. Some land, some don't. Boom, there's Dark Samus. Samus fights more pirates, gets more keys, and gets more suit upgrades to find the planet Phase, home of all Phazon. She blows it up, and there, game over. Bye-bye Metroid Prime series. Or so we all thought. Here is the Metroid Prime 3 bonus ending you get if you complete the game 100%. That ship, what is that ship? Most casual Metroid players would just say it's Dark Samus, but us hardcore Metroid players, we know there's more than what meets the eye here. Exhibit 1. When Dark Samus is blown to smithereens, the Phazon inside Samus is reduced to nothing and the planet Phase starts to crumble. Phazon is never seen again in any Metroid game. This strongly implies that all Phazon was destroyed after this incident. The last time you fight Dark Samus, her log entry describes how she has changed into pure Phazon. So how could it be Dark Samus if all Phazon was destroyed? Exhibit 2! How on earth could this ship be linked to Dark Samus? If she had a ship this whole time, why did she have to stow away on a space pirate shuttle to get to planet Aether in Metroid Prime 2? She also flies a freaking Leviathan to get around in Metroid Prime 3. And there was one more thing. What was it? Oh yeah, she blows up! Are you telling me she somehow reforms herself, finds her ship that she somehow hid out of sight from Samus, somehow escapes the planet before exploding, and somehow gets away without any of the Galactic Federation noticing her? No! It doesn't add up in any way. Metroid Prime, you are done. No, not the series, the boss thing. So if that's not Dark Samus, who is it, you might ask? Well, it could be a new antagonist with a new background, new reason to fight Samus, etc. But there might be another explanation. Remember those other Prime games I didn't talk about? Prime Pinball and Prime Hunters? While PP is still not important, I really tricked you into thinking PH wasn't important, didn't I? Maybe I only tricked you because I forgot it was relevant when I was writing that part of the script. Whoops. In Metroid Prime Hunters, there are hunters. Shocker, right? There are actually 6 hunters, excluding Samus, and all of them are after the same artifact Samus is after. So naturally, there is some bad blood pumping around. Now the only reason this is significant to the video is because one of those hunters is Sylux. And Sylux happens to own a ship that resembles the ship in the ending of Metroid Prime 3. Don't see it? Here's a comparison of the two ships while the MP3 one is launching. Oh yeah, that's the same ship. Obviously they aren't going to look identical, but I think the resemblance is uncanny. Sylux's bio is small, but it does mention how much he hates Samus and the Galactic Federation. So imagine how upset he must have gotten when Samus bested him, took the artifact, and sold it to the Galactic Federation. If you ask me, that's enough motive to create a new Prime antagonist. And that, my friends, is how I think they should tie in the Metroid Prime 3 ending with the Metroid Prime 4 beginning. The funny thing is, when I first came up with this theory, I thought I was a genius. But within a few clicks on the internet, I realized I was like the 200th person to think outside the box. However, I do not believe this video is unnecessary despite that fact. While a lot of people already made videos on this, I feel like most of them didn't go too in-depth or explain themselves too well. So yes, I am glad that I shared this theory that I truly did think was mine in 2013. But where exactly does this theory take us? Well, it could take us to a Metroid Prime 4 for the Wii U later this year or the next. It could also take us to a regular Metroid title. After all, Metroid Prime is dead, so maybe they won't branch off that series anymore. But what would be a splendid curveball is if they made a Metroid Prime Hunters 2 for the new 3DS. If Stylux is the new antagonist, then it would make sense. Plus, the new 3DS has a C-stick. Hashtag handheld Metroid game is finally dual stick and not one stick and a stylus, which is good because Prime Hunters cramps the hands after a while. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the first and probably only video of the first annual Metro March. So long! Just kidding, I'm back. Thank you for watching. If you guys liked, then like. If you disliked, then go sit in a corner until you can work out your own problems. Don't take it out on me. Subscribe! Like these end cards? Then click them. I don't mind because my video is over. Game of the Year Reviews is cool when he doesn't have his guillotine. You could check out his new Fire Emblem Let's Play series by clicking it. I have Twitter if you'd like to see updates on my future videos, and Instagram if you'd like to see what games I'm playing and such. I can't remember my Facebook password, so no Facebook. A new thing I'm starting is Link of the Day, and today's Link of the Day goes to the Metroid Wiki for providing a lot of information on this video. Link to their site in the description. Okay, goodbye for reals.